from work.
Women aren't allowed to move in public spaces unless they are in the company of a male relative. Girls are banned from attending secondary school and university. Around 1 in 3 girls in Afghanistan is forced into marriage before their 18th birthday.
So we're going to watch a video about a non-Muslim convert, a female non-Muslim convert who found a man in Afghanistan and moved to Afghanistan from the US to be with him. Now, if for whoever doesn't know, once the Taliban came back into power after the American military withdrawal, they took all of the rights away for women that existed during the U.S. Army's campaign in Afghanistan. So women do not have the right to go to school. They don't have the right to speak at a certain decibel. They cannot really hold any position of anything. All they're allowed to do is stay home and at the very least go out when when they're accompanied by a male. So why anyone would decide to move to Afghanistan is just, I mean, obviously she's doing it for love, right? But she's absolutely she's out of her mind. With that said, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Leave your comments. Follow me, Rafi the Realtor, for all of your real estate needs in South Florida. And you can support the channel by going to the Buy Me a Coffee link, which can be found in the pinned comment or description. Let's get into it.
People seem to think that I reverted to Islam because of my husband, but that's just simply not true. I was actually a born Muslim, but then when I came back to America, I was raised by my family and here in America, and they're Christians. So naturally, I just grew up Christian. I didn't really go to church or read the Bible or anything. One summer when I was about 12 years old, I went to go visit with my dad, and we were just talking really deep about religion and stuff. And he was like, you shouldn't believe everything your family in America tells you. Christians believe that Jesus is God. And right then, I will remember that conversation forever. That was a pivotal point for me because I was still pretty young around that age, even though he planted a seed for me to start asking questions. I still lived a haram life all the way up until I was about 24. I had just turned 24. And so I went to go visit with my dad just because I missed him and wanted to see him. And also I wanted to figure out the other half of me. So when I got back to the US, I just did hours of research. I listened to debates. I listened to podcasts. I did not choose Islam because of my husband. I chose my husband because of Islam.
And then this video was posted. 60 days until I see my husband again. 45 days until I see my husband. Will she actually move to Afghanistan? 30 days until she sees her husband. 2 weeks until she sees her husband. 10 days. Will she do it? Ladies and gentlemen, we need to know. 4 days. I don't think she's gonna pull it off. 26 hours. She's at the airport. 3 hours and she's already wearing the hijab. She had so much freedom in the United States. So much liberty that she chose to take her stuff and move to Afghanistan. And this is her with her...
Hi everybody, so I'm extremely tired, but I wanted to show you our hotel. It's super nice. This is the lounge area, the entrance to the hotel. These are the elevators. This is the view from the elevator. Just empty. So it's actually really dark in here, but this is all of the rooms. And this is the bedroom. And then this is I guess the little dining area. This is the little kitchenette area featuring Starbucks coffee and a mini fridge. This is the bathroom.
Yo, this is awful. And this is supposed to be a nice hotel. What is this?
So yes, it is time for me to take a shower and go to sleep because it has been a long 24 hours, as you can see. So today we're at Chishme Shafa. And as you can see, it's very hot and dry. This all used to be water, but it dried up because of the weather. But we still have a little bit of water over here. And here is the water part. Gorgeous views. And
be careful.
I don't.
Give me the phone. Give me the phone. I'm gonna figure it out.
I want you to see something. Even when she's outside in the heat, in a pretty private, secluded place, of course, there's a few people, she has to be covered up like this.
who's recording?
And she's
Oh, that was a horrible idea. So I tried to get in here and I actually ended up falling in the water and I'm soaked. The rock that Wise found for me, it's so pretty.
beautiful. He can wear whatever he wants, and she has to be covered up like this. Wow. This is the life. This is the life. So beautiful. Heaven-like. This is one photo that she posted with her husband. There's no veil in this photo, surprisingly. I don't know why it's like this. And she also posted this footage with a veil. And of course, this photo with young Afghani children who are covered from head to toe. The only thing that is visible is their faces. And she said, these girls deserve the most happiness in this world. Well, living in Afghanistan under the Taliban doesn't seem like such a promising idea for these girls. That's what the Taliban is doing to women in Afghanistan. And she voluntarily chose to move there instead of marrying her husband and bringing him to the United States. Weird. Now, just so you get a clear understanding of how Afghani women are treated in Afghanistan by the Taliban, watch this.
Today is the 5th anniversary of the Taliban taking over Afghanistan. 5 years ago, women were doctors, engineers, athletes, and artists. Now, they're banned from university, from work, even from going to public parks. Girls who once raced to school in the morning are now confined to their homes, banned from education. The Taliban have enforced a system of segregation and domination, a gender apartheid on millions of women and girls. And today, the Taliban are celebrating. But while they are marching in military parades and firing weapons, Afghan women are organizing. They are building a movement and working with governments from Mexico to Spain to South Africa to ensure justice for women and girls in Afghanistan. Today, I want the Taliban to know that they have nothing to celebrate because we will hold them accountable for their crimes. And we will make sure gender apartheid will not be tolerated anywhere in the world.
شاید امروز ما را از کار، از آزادی، از حق بودن محروم کرده باشند. اما هیچ قدرتی نمیتواند زنی را که بیدار شده برای همیشه خاموش کند. ما برمیگردیم با صدا، با نور، با آزادی.
Wow, this woman is genuinely happy with the Taliban, so she's burning their photo. But by the way, risking her life. According to this article by Visegrad24, 5 years after the Taliban retook Afghanistan, an estimated 2.4 million Afghan girls remain excluded from secondary education, according to UNESCO. Afghanistan is now the only country in the world that formally prohibits girls and women from receiving education beyond the primary level. I wonder what's affecting it. I think it's the religion. What do you think? And in protest, Afghan girls in Afghanistan are trying to show to the world what they are not allowed to do, and they're trying to fight this with movements like this. They want freedom, they want education, they want liberties that exist in the West.
Yeah, I mean, this is just crazy. Like, what are we? The truth is she's just in La La Land, and she's going to have to snap out of. She's not going to have to. Whether she likes it or not, she's going to realize fairly soon that her honeymoon phase is going to wear off quite quickly. All right, so this wraps up today's reaction video. I hope when this girl decides to run away from Afghanistan that she's able to do so and that she's not held hostage. It kind of reminds me of that movie Not Without My Daughter, where that American woman gets together, marries an Iranian man. They go to Iran, if I remember correctly, for supposed opportunity, and then he kind of coerces her into staying. He says, this is the place I want to raise my family in. It's an Islamic country, yada, yada, yada. And he doesn't allow them to leave, and she has to escape with her daughter, and it's based on a true story. Yeah, if you haven't watched it, make sure to check it out. Phenomenal movie. I saw it when I was a kid. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Follow me at Rafi the Realtor for all of your real estate needs in South Florida, and you can support the channel by going to the Buy Me a Coffee link in the pinned comment or description. Thank you, as always, for your support. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.